Hi everyone, I'm Glenn Flavor from Board Games and Bourbon. Right now we're going to talk about an independent release called the Duel Point of Honor, which was an independent game I was sent, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. So this game here is a two-player game. It plays in about 20 minutes. I really think younger people can play, probably 10 and up can play it. And what you want to think about in this game is it's probably a really good version of War, with point allowance, special powers, and it has an initiative element to it, okay? Also, interrupt features in it. So let me show you what the game looks like and how it plays, and then I'll tell you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is going to be a playthrough of the Duel Point of Honor, and what happens in the game, the setup, first of all, is that you're going to have what's considered a regular deck, and you're going to separate out what is called an advanced deck. Now, the advanced deck is going to come into play as we go along. They're basically cards that are a little bit more flexible and have a little bit more power. This is your damage currency. This is your prestige currency, and you need 7 of that to win the game. So what happens here is you're going to get these cards, you're going to sweep them up, and what you're going to do is you're going to deal 8 cards out to each person, and then from those 8, they are going to get rid of 1 of them. Now, I'm not going to go through and debate the cards, but just to give you a little reminder of what happens is the card is going to have a number on the top. The number on the top here is going to tell you it's an initiative factor, or what order you're going to play, and then it has a power. In this case, this card says you have 2 damage on it. Here it says this is a fast card, or essentially an interrupt feature. Opponent receives 1 damage if you have 1 damage. You can also attack them for 1. This card over here says you can choose 1 player to gain 1 prestige and 1 to receive damage. Other cards say you swap cards and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal 8 to each player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now what you're going to do is we're going to pretend like we're sorting out our cards here. And let's just say, doop-de-doop, I'm getting rid of this number 1 card for some reason. Whatever, there it goes. Okay, now we're going to go over here. And this person, hopefully would be a little bit more thorough in deciding what they want. We're going to say they're going to get rid of a number 5, and that's out of the game. Okay, at this point, now 3 rounds of battle are going to start. And, of course, you would be a little bit more, systematic about what you're doing here. But first, what you're going to do is have a timing round. So each person is going to play a card from their hand, and this is essentially the initiative. So my card is a 7, theirs is a 1. 1 means they go first, okay? Then they're going to pick another card to reveal, and I revealed a 4, and they revealed a 7. Wow, isn't that exciting? So now, what does the 7 say? Well, the 7 card, let me pick it up and show it to the camera. The 7 says, this is a fast card. Opponents receive 1 damage if you have at least 1 damage. So in that case, I didn't damage anyone because I don't have damage yet. It's the first round. But if it was later, that would really have been useful. Whereas my card says, this is disarm. Choose tactics or attack. Opponent may not resolve that kind of card. Again, it doesn't really matter because I didn't go first. Had this been the other way around, this would have made a lot more sense. This person would have gone first, and they would have chosen to basically neutralize any card I played. And then that means they would have wasted their effort to give me damage. Well, in any case, what happens from that? The 2 cards that were played in the action phase are discarded. Okay, but the timing cards are kept, because as the game goes on, this is what happens. You play through all your cards, okay? All the cards are used up. Let's say this person ended up with 4 damage, and let's say they played a card that gave them 1 prestige. Well, what happens at this point is you score the damage. Well, this person has the most damage, over by 2. Now, that means that this person, because they created that much damage, will get 2 prestige. Had the difference in damage only been 1 point, this person would have gotten 1 prestige. If there was none, it would have been none. Now, on the other hand, this person over here, because they have 4 damage, they get to go into the advanced deck of cards. They get to pull 4 equal to the number of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they get to choose a card they want to use in their next hand. Now, for me, there was a little symbol in the corner. It was really hard for me to see when I was separating the cards out, so I just put a black dot to help. Your copy will have a nice symbol there, but I'm probably blind as a bat. So let's just say they're going to choose this card over here. And this card is a copy effect. It says copy the effect on a timing card you played for this duel. That's probably really powerful. So this will actually become one of the cards that'll be for you to decide from as the game goes on. So that goes into your hand. Okay. And now you would reshuffle the cards, you would deal them out again, but now you have the option of using your advanced. The outside effect of that, however, is for the third round, that special card will be in the shuffle again, and maybe this person could get it. Anyway, you do this over and over until you have 7 prestige, and that's really the entire game. Okay, so that's how the game plays. It's pretty easy, just like I told you. I got my handy dandy little notes over here, so let's just talk about it here. Okay, so the first thing about the game is, I don't know whether it conveys through the medium of video, but the art on the cards are actually pretty cool. I think it's far more impressive in person than it was when I saw pictures of it. I give it a 7 out of 10 in terms of art. It is thorough, it is consistent, it is clear, and it makes sense. Also, the writing on the card and the layout is pretty easy to understand, except for the advanced cards. That little symbol in the corner was a little hard to see. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that'll be changed in the final product. This is a prototype. The build quality of the game, everything felt good in the hands. It felt durable. I would give that a 7 out of 10 as well. That was pretty darn handy. The instructions are very few and they are very clear. 9 out of 10 on the instructions. As far as the decisions you're going to make, I would say that the decisions are fair. I would give it a 6 out of 10 on that. And the reason I'd say it's not a 10 out of 10 is because the element of guessing that's involved. Some people really, really enjoy that. Some people think it takes fate out of their control, but the initiative is under your control. It is under your control what you're going to play next. It is under your control what your advanced card will be, although it's that game of chicken, that war element, where you're guessing what to play against the other person. And so for that element right there, it's a little bit out of your hand, but que sera, what can you do? My conclusion about this game is that there's meat on the bones of this game. It looks good. It's very, very small. As you can see, you can fit it on a really small surface. I think it'd be good for, would it be a travel game? I don't think, many of the cubes might get a little messy, but it's an easy game for 2 people to pick up and definitely play while you're waiting for a larger group to come. It does not overstay its welcome, which is nice. The 3 rounds makes it go quickly. There are decisions to be made at all phases of the game, and for that, I think it has merit. So I suggest that you look it over when the Kickstarter comes out. It's coming out soon. Read all the fine details, see if that's for you. But again, that game is The Duel Point of Honor, coming out soon, an independent release, which is always fun to support and take a look at, okay? All right, thank you, everyone. Talk to you soon.